That's because I didn't switch on my microphone. I'll start over. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Evening Live. I was just saying hello to a lot of people that are already coming in, so that's good. I'm going to have fun tonight. I've got this idea and we're going to play with that. We're going to continue with what we've made last week. So, yeah, I just forgot to switch on the microphone, which is sort of normal nowadays for me, so you'll forgive me, right? It's steaming hot in my craft room. It's been warm outside, cold outside, warm outside, cold outside, but the house just didn't get enough time to cool down. I've got my pancake maker on over here. That doesn't help. Thing is bloody hot, so I might start with that actually in a moment, but we'll see where we go. So again, welcome everybody. Let me switch the cameras around so that we can have a look at what I'm doing, shall we? Right, last week we worked on these. So I'm going to rip these apart in little pieces and incorporate those in my collage page that we're doing on this piece of paper. This is just a piece of thin watercolor paper, and I've cut that to size so I can cut out a base page. This is actually from the Christmas release, but I'm in love with this shape form of a base page. This is actually the square one, and it is from the gingerbread house set. But yeah, I'm going to use that in my little journal where I make all the prompts for the whole year. So that's the plan. So I'm going to make a collage with that. I'm going to use some gesso. I'm going to use, and this is actually the beautiful doily from a couple of collections ago. It's called Beautiful Doily. And I've cut that up in pieces because I want to put that in the corners, and we'll see. But I'm going to do something to that, and that is really fun. I've already tested it out, and that's this. This is gorgeous. This is actually made with a set that's called Mixed Media Duo by Seth Epter. I think this one is. Where's this Seth Epter's? Or isn't it? I don't know. Well, it doesn't say it. I thought it was. Anyway, it's fun stuff. So I'm going to start with that, so then I can turn off the pancake maker, because that is very convenient to use with things like this. So let me get started with that. First mark, which is just embossing ink, so you can use any you've got. Make sure that it's got a good layer everywhere. Just pressing that in there. And I'm going to take myself out for a minute so you can actually see the corner over there. There's the pancake maker. It's steaming hot. So what I'm going to do, everybody that came in, welcome. So this is nice and covered in ink. So let me get the embossing powder out, which is actually based on the ultra thick embossing powder. So I'm going to cover that up. Get my little tweezer. You see it's a thick layer and it's quite a big grain. I'm going to put that in there, let that go. And I'm going to make another one. So I'm just pressing that in there again. Hi Petra. Hi Karine. Hi Patricia. Hi Teresa. Hi Laurie. Hi everybody. I've missed a lot of people already, but hey, sorry. You're all welcome. That is the main thing, right? So, got this one covered. So let's put that on. Right, now this should be sort of melting. Yes, it is. So I'm going to let that do its thing for a moment. There we go. Then I'm going to take the glass and I'm just going to sprinkle that on there. Just up there in the corner. Just in places. Some will fall off, which is absolutely fine. The glass won't melt. It's called silver glass. And it's going to be melted into the embossing powder. So that will be melted into that. So that's quite fun, I think. So I'm going to give that some time. Am I going to do one more? No, I think I've got, well, let's do one more. Let's do one more, because why not? So, and let's just cover that up, like so. Yeah, that one's, I think, should be done now. So I'm just gonna capture that. There we go. So then I'm gonna put this one in. Let that melt again and repeat that with the glass. So there you go. See that? How cool is that? I think this is a really fun new way of that WOW came up with their embossing powders. I'm loving it. So I'm just gonna see, that's nearly melted, so I'm just gonna dump this on there because why not? I'll put a bit more on. And for some reason, I don't know why, I like that this is the very delicate, intricate doily, and then you got this quite big and chunky glass on top, but I think the combination is really nice. So, oh, close the lid, David. That might help. This can go. This can actually go on there. Let me get my embossing powder away. And then when this one is done, we can actually turn off that pancake maker. But I think this is very convenient to do with the pancake maker instead of having to do it with an embossing heat gun, because you will blow away all these particles. And yeah, this is just easier. So, take him off. Oh, there we go. Very phonetic. Let that melt. Here you go. It's so quick and easy, but it's so different. That's what I love. Yeah, that's what I love. So I'm just making elements to put onto my collage page when we're done. I'm just cutting these loose, but the fun bit is this doesn't melt in there. The embossing powder melts, but this glass stuff doesn't. So let me put that on. And it just melts into that gold embossing powder, which I think is very cool. There we go. I think just a tiny bit more. There we go. Yeah, it's fun stuff. Hey, Daria. Hi, Im. Good evening. So, don't need that anymore. Close this. Don't forget to close your pancake maker. That will definitely help. Now, while that's melting, I might as well start tearing up my pieces, because I've got a lot of tearing up to do. So that's that. Daria, you made a beautiful collage already. Collage page, I saw that. It's called the Mixed Media Duo by WOW. I got this from Hobbyvision. Now let me grab a hold of this one now. Beautiful. It's done. So I'm going to pull that out. Let me just see if I can reach without throwing everything over. Oh, there we go. I've got my distress spritzers over there and they just all fell over. Well, there we go. Petra is out. I'm back. Hello. There's my face again. So I'm just gonna continue this. I'm just gonna tear these up in strips. Don't know how much I need, but hey, there we go. Some of this for some pops of color. So, if you want to know how I made these, last week's video is the one to watch. I'll go quicker. It doesn't matter if it's neat or not. This is thicker paper, so I think I've got enough. I can always grab that when I need it. So, there we go. That's that can go to the side. Don't need that. Right, so I've got my piece of paper here and I'm going to glue it down on the smooth side. And what I'm going to use to glue it down is this stuff. It's the acrylic medium from Liquitex. And I'm just going to put some on my paper. That to the side. There we go. So let me just start with this one. And I'm going to build this up. Just randomly. Overlapping, going over it, just securing that. Tissue paper, because that's what this is, all over. The ever-growing wish list, right? Yeah, it is. It is. Just a piece of that. And there's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just laying it down as I see fit. Now, I already know that I'm going to do something to this in a minute, because I think some of these are too bright and I want to have it more cohesive. Well, thank you, Jim, for giving me a thumbs up. I want to ask everybody who's watching, please do the same, because that always helps other people find me. So I like to use this matte medium, but you can use any glue you want. You can even use glue stick if you want to. I like to use this stuff because then it gives me the opportunity to also seal it from the top. But again, you can use Mod Podge. There's so much you can use here. And this is what I like about using the tissue, because you can also see this coming through from below. So fairly, I'm going to continue building it up this way. Bit of a thinner strip there. Then I'm going back to my rust thingy. Put that there. So first I just need to cover up everything that's white, because I'm going to cut out my page from this. You can also cut out your page first and then do this, but I just thought, well, since I'm doing it now, I might as well cut out my page when I'm done with all this. Oops, come on, there we go. Does that make sense? Because then I've got the nice rounded corner. Don't overthink. That is the main thing with these kind of things. Don't overthink, and he starts to think. See that? Thank you, Belinda. Well, that's better with the pancake maker turned off. So if you want to see how I made these and you missed last week's video, I would say go and check that out, because that's when where I made these using the gel plate and stencils. So that was a fun project. I'm just going to put this one here in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner, but I'm going to put this little piece of green right there. And then I'm going to follow with, because I don't want to have too much of these bigger stripes, if that makes sense. I like the cross work that I've got going on here. And in a second, when this is dry, I'm going to use some gesso and to push some things back, because I think it's quite present. So but first I need to dry this then. Just put that there. You see, this is becoming quite a nice collage page. That was the goal, because the prompt is collage. Just in case you missed it, in the Arduino Specials group we've got prompts every month, and this month it's collage. And that is why I made these tissues last week during my life, to have some collagey thingies to work with. There we go. That's all covered. You see? It's really cool, but I do think it's a bit too busy, but I'll get to that in a second. Put this in water. I'm not going to throw these away. Absolutely not. I will do something else with that. Don't know what yet, but I will not throw it away, because, well, there's a whole collage page waiting there to happen. So this can be closed, and let me just dry that for a bit. Oops. I think this needs a bit more. There we go. There we go. Just thank you, Belinda. Oh yeah, you could do so many things. I like this for a card background. You can make a Christmas tree out of it. You can. Oh. I just need to dry this. There's a lot of glue on there now. Because I do want to knock this back a bit. Okay, not 100% dry yet, but dry enough. So what I'm going to do next, forgot this one, oh well, next time. Just let me trim off these excess bits a bit. Just for my, I don't know why, can't stand it. There we go. That just gives me more of a clean look to it. So what I've got here is some white gesso. And what I'm going to do is just take a small little brush, if I can find one. I'll use this one. No, I'll use this one. No, this is hard. This one. And I need something to put it on. What I'm going to do first with my gesso, I'm going to pick some up and I'm going to randomly put some mainly over the edges. And then I'm going to use my finger to smudge that out. But you will see that that immediately softens some of these hard edges. You can use a finger, you don't have to use a brush, and you can even come back in with a baby wipe, because remember we've used the matte medium, so it's sort of sealed. Take some off where you've gone too heavy, but I do like to push that back just ever so slightly. Hi Astrid, goedenavond. What I just said for the English people means good evening. You see what that does? It just makes it more of a unity, more in one. It softens up these edges and just makes it more into one little fun collage. Makes it a bit softer, that's what it is. And with this baby wipe, I just go over it until I'm happy with the look I'm getting. Now it's funny, on camera it looks more white. Thank you, Sandra. On camera it looks more white than it is in person. Maybe if I pull it up a bit. Yeah, you see this is softer here. That's because I'm working it with the baby wipe. But it just pushes it back a bit. I wanted to grab the baby wipe. So I think that is enough. Don't want to lose too much. There we go. Now, next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take archival ink in coffee, which is a lovely color. And I'm going to take my script stamp. I'm just going to stamp a bit on there. I'm going to do that free-handed. These are deli papers that I made last week during my live on the gel plate. And then today I made a collage out of it. So I'm just gonna randomly put some stamping on there. That will pull it together again. Just want a bit there. There we go. That's that one done. And I'm going to use, I think this one. Let me put it on my block. This is from Pluses and More. The other one was from Script from the past. So again, by stamping all over it, what you achieve is that you pull it all together again. Yeah, it's really fun, Stephanie. It's really fun. I think that's fine for now. I can always come back and do a bit more stamping, but for now, this is fine. Now I definitely need to dry this. Because I've stamped over the mixed media, no, not the mixed media, the matte medium and over gesso. So yeah, this needs to be dry before I die cut. Yeah, it was tissue paper. Sorry, tissue paper, not deli paper. My bad. I love how this has sort of, it's a hot mess, but it did come together because of the gesso and because of the, and that's part of being a collage page, right? Hi Patricia, no problem. Yeah, I made the gel prints last week and now I'm turning it into a page. Hoping that's dry enough, because let it cool down. Absolutely on craft paper, because this is transparent, the tissue. Yeah, you get a completely different look on craft. It's still a bit, no, it's fine. So let me cut this out like so, and then we'll continue. So is this going to fit on this one? Nope, need my big boy. So bear with me. That one is hidden, and now of course everything is falling over. There we go. Let me put my paper on. This here, this there, like that. Now I'm being picky, but okay, let's cut that. So I'm loving this. I really see it's still sticky. Bummer. And that's not that bad as long as it's not tearing on my. Okay, it's a bit, but it's fine. Just don't want it to rip, because then I need to start over, and I don't want to do that. There we go. Is this cut? Yes, it is. Perfect. So, not much waste, you see, but we do have a beautiful base page now. So which way around? That way. Yeah, this is how I want it. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my scorched timber and I'm going to etch all around this. Just to emphasize that torn look. I'm loving scorched timber for that. Now, because I really want to let this collage theme speak, I'm not going to do a lot of things with this, but I am going to take my pieces that I used the embossing powder and the glass pieces on, and see where I'm going to put those. I'm going to put one here. Oh, look at the color combination, David. You got that on. Here's the other one. Oh, that's pretty. That is pretty, if I say so myself. Now, I think I'm going to do it. Let me fold this in half. They're great, right? Let me just lightly give this a hint of color. I do that sometimes. So I'm going to put this one here. Oh yes, love that. Love that. And even my glue wants to cooperate today, which is a miracle. You can, but in this case I don't want to, because this is a very matte page and I do like the shine to counteract that. But you definitely can if you want to dull the shine. You will not dull the shine on the glass pieces though. They will stay shiny. But if you would do it, you can also use that metal sponge stuff. I don't know what it's called. Brita in the Netherlands, I think. And that dulls the shine down from embossing powder. But again, that's not what I want for today. So let that grab a hold. This is working against me today, I don't know why. You can even put matte medium over it if you want to lose the shine, Jim. What I used to... Why is this not grabbing on? Art glitter glue is not doing it. Where's my barely art? Can I get this to work? Exactly, Robin, that's why I like it. That's clogged up for some reason. Bear with me, guys. I'm fighting with glue. Could be, yeah, that's why I'm grabbing... Otherwise, I've got something else that I can use. Oh, for God's sake. Sorry. Pardon my French. I don't want to ruin my needle. That's not going to do it. Okay. Can I get this off? Oh, everything's stuck. Okay, bear with me. Bear with me. I'm just gonna try the Nouveau. Or is this barely? I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna whack some glue on. You see that? There's glue enough on here. You just need some thicker glue. It's funny. Just try again. And put some weight on it. There we go. Normally, art glitter glue just grabs a hold after a second or two. Maybe it takes a bit longer on this material, but I don't know. Maybe it's lost its mojo because it's so warm in here. Could well be. This is Nouveau glue. Also a nice glue. So I'm not too bothered. It will work just fine. There we go. Just gonna leave those weights on there. I know matte medium glues too, but I just expected this to work. Let me just do this now. Some kind of chemical reaction, I don't know. Yeah, it just takes a bit longer. Be patient. But that's the thing, when you're doing a live, you always want things to be quickly done, and don't want to bore you guys with watching paint dry, literally. But then again, it is what it is. And we've got to deal with it. So, and then I want one to come from here, like that. Yes. I don't want them to be matchy-matchy, so. It's not that I just got one glue. I mean, if this one doesn't work, I'll use Kit's Choice. And if Kit's Choice doesn't work, I'll use whatever. I will win. Okay, so while this is all drying, I'm just gonna flick through and get one of my labels out. And on that, I'm going to write September. And the theme is collage. There we go. And I'm going to find a sentiment that I want to put over there. So let me have a look. This is from Journal Phrases 3, I would say. And I'm going to use "it is what it is" because that's sort of what I always say. I literally use that in my private life constantly as well. Ask else. Literally said that to her yesterday, I think, in a conversation we had. So I'll just cut out this one. I'm loving these scissors from Tonic, the new Tim Holtz ones, because you can really see where you're cutting with them, and I think that is a benefit towards the other ones that are thicker. And with this I can actually, these are thinner blades, so I can actually see where I'm cutting. Loving that. Okay. I don't have stock, I don't get paid to say that. Let that be clear. So, I think this should have had enough by now. No, it's still not grabbing. Blimey. Well, I'm going to work on it, whether they want to or not. I'm going to etch these. Yeah, those are fantastic as well. I agree, Belinda. For some reason, my comments over there are not working. I don't know why. I see more comments here, so if I'm not ignoring you guys. Exactly. It is what it is, right? But I do like that over here. Something like this. I haven't looked at that new ruler. I haven't seen... I've seen what it is, but I'm not convinced yet. But I guess I don't use it enough, things like that. I don't measure. So, make it happen. And I guess Daria is absolutely right, because this sticks down beautifully. I think it's a bit textured, therefore doesn't want to grab a hold. There we go. My horrible handwriting, but okay, I decided to do that this year, so I hate my handwriting with a vengeance. Is this one still loose? No. There we go. This can go. And then I think we're done for the day. Just need to glue it into my little booklet over here. And then it's September already done. So yeah, the monthly, I still need to do something here. Watercolor, wood grain, March was paste, emboss resist, so much fun to flick through. Stencil and stamp, acrylic paint, all of this is done with acrylic paint. Alcohol ink, and here we will have collage. So that is this one. Let me pick it up so you guys can see it up close. You see that? I think this turned out gorgeous. Loving it. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me today. I can't find the right button. There we go. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And I'd love to see you again next. I'm going to be live for Elizabeth Craft Designs next Wednesday. Then I'm going to be live on my own channel Thursday, if all goes well. It could be, because I'm live on Wednesday, that I will say Thursday, because I've got a lot to do for Ben, preparing, making kits. So depends on how far ahead I am with that. Thank you for joining me tonight, and I'd love to see you for the next one. Thank you. Bye!